Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is day 2 of the April 2024 release. Hey, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's brand new Gnome Dies tool add-ons, their new Nailed It stamp set and outline dies, the Chubby Bunny die, Gnome Dies birthday add-ons, birthday banner dies, along with the So Many Birthdays 5 stamp set and the outline dies. Doodlebug's Party Time 6-inch pad, their Swiss dot, their polka dot plaid, and their candy stripe and sprinkles, and the matching Party Time odds and ends. So first of all, I have a piece of paper trank white cardstock cut at 8.5 by 5.5 inches, and I'm scoring it at 4.25 inches to give you a horizontal A2 size card base. And I'm using some tumbled glass in Distress Oxide ink with a blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that on the center of my card base. Going to kind of make my own background. There we go. And then I'm pulling out Broken China, and I'll be using Jaded Blossom's confetti stencil, and Broken China, and I'll be ink blending over that to give myself kind of a, a fun background. Confetti like a birthday, right? There we go. And there's my background. Now on the inside, I'm using a 1-inch strip of paper from that Doodlebug paper pad Party Time. And I'm just going to add that to the inside, about 1/4 inch from the bottom of my card base with some ATG tape. There we go. And I will trim off the overhang with a pair of scissors quickly. All my die cutting today was done with my Anna Griffin Mini Empress machine. Remember, if you want to watch me put together Jaded Blossom's brand new Gnome Dies tool add-ons, you can watch the assembly video. So first I have a little piece of paper trank white cardstock in my MISTI, and I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday from Jaded Blossom's So Many Birthdays 5. And I'm stamping in VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. There we go. Remember, don't push too hard. Just lightly is your best bet. There we go. Now I'm going to cut it out with the outline die, using some Easy C tape to do that. And there is the sentiment for the inside of my card. And then we will get going on the rest of my card in a moment here. So I'm going to, sort of add some of these odds and ends from Doodlebug. They are the Party Time odds and ends. And I'm just going to glue them to the inside right-hand corner of my card base using some Bearly Art glue, my reverse tweezers. There we go. This is what I like to do with these odds and ends. This is my favorite way to use them. And then I will stick my Happy Birthday sentiment overlapping, some of that ephemera there and that paper. And I'm going to add a couple more pieces from that odds and ends set, 2 little stars. And then that will give me a fun inside to my card. So I'm just going to refold, make sure that fold is nice and crisp. And then I'm going to assemble some of these traffic cones. I did assemble the one on the right there on the Gnome Dies tool add-ons assembly video. So check that out. So I'm using Doodlebug's polka dot plaid here and their Swiss dot. And then I'm also using Recollections Christmas shimmer cardstock, and it's just a white shimmer cardstock there for the stripe. Kind of makes it look like it's got a reflective stripe. I'm also using Doodlebug's dot stripe on this one. And there we go. And I do weight it down. Next, I'm going to assemble the little cupcake, and that is from the Gnome Dies birthday add-ons, cut from all the paper pads that I mentioned from Doodlebug. And I did use Nina Desert Storm 80-pound cardstock for the actual cupcake part. Now for the little present, I'm doing the same thing. I cut the base out of Nina Desert Storm 80 pounds, but it won't show. And then the rest is from that candy stripe and sprinkles. There we go. And that is from the birthday banners set. And so is this little party hat. That's from the birthday banners set. And there we go. So I do weight it down in between. Next, I'm going to stick down the 2 outside pylons first. I'll be sticking those flat down on my card base with my Barely Art glue, trying to, keep them even. There we go. And I will weight those down. Then the center little pylon, I'm going to pop that guy up with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals for fun. There we go. And there it is. And I will peel off all the backings. And then I'm going to center that pylon between the other 2, right? But I will bring it down a little bit. There we go. So it's more in the foreground. And there it is. I really like that white shimmer cardstock for the reflective strip on these little pylons. I think it just looks super cute. Next, I'm going to add the sentiment birthday zone. So I'll have that in the upper left-hand corner. And it's great to use the outline dies when you have them, right? That's that Nailed It stamp set and the outline dies. Next, I'm going to give this center pylon a party hat. There we go. And I did go ahead and I used Simon Says Stamp Black Glossy Cardstock for these little glasses die. And that is from the Chubby Bunny die set. And I cut it out 3 times. And I'm going to give all of these pylons a pair of glasses. There we go. And I just think it's adorable. I do weight it down with an acrylic block. Next, I'm pulling out Doodle Bugs, an eye for an eye. And these are just little black enamel dots for little eyes. And I'm just using a pen blade to pick them up, and I'm going to pop them into the glasses of each of these pylons. I'm using the smallest size. There we go. Next, I'm going to pop up the little cupcake and the little present in front of each pylon. There we go. And I'm going to have them, I cut out little hands from Jaded Blossom's gnome dies. Or actually, I used the gnome dies birthday add-ons. I just used the hands from that set. And I cut them out of Doodle Bug's dot stripe in the orange. And I'm just going to pop them up like they're holding, like these pylons have hands, and they're holding a little cupcake and a little gift going to a party, right? Because they're in the birthday zone. Instead of like a loading zone, they're in a birthday zone. So I'm just going to add the little hands on each side of these little things that they're bringing to a party, right? Isn't that fun? I just think it's so cute. I love making inanimate objects look like people. I just think it's funny. So I'm going to add these miniature Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I'll add these little hands again. And isn't that cute? Look how cute they are. Ugh, adorable. I just love that. And there we go. So I'm pulling out my Secure White Jelly Roll pen and a number 10 to add some bold highlights on each of these pylons like they're shiny, right? There we go. And I'm just going to add, a couple little more highlights on this. I think it adds a little something. It makes it look like it's shiny and, gives it a little bit more presence on a card. Not really following any lighting source. And I'm going to do the same thing to these little odds and ends on the inside, just for fun. And there we go. Now I'm pulling out some shape sprinkles. These are little stars. So I'm using Midnight Magic and Christmas Wishes, and I'll be adding a few little stars to my background in complementary colors. So I'm using white, blue, and then I'll pull out a few little orange ones as well in a moment here. I just think that this was an adorable card, and I love the pylons. It's the first thing that I thought of when I saw these pylons, to be honest. It wasn't a gnome with the pylon, it was pylons going to a party. I don't know why. There we go. And now I'm pulling out the shape sprinkles again And these are the Halloween ones. I think they're called Midnight Magic. And I'm just going to add a few little orange ones to my background just for fun. You know, odd numbers, visual triangles, all that jazz. And I just think it turned out super cute. You just gotta love the pylons, right? There we go. And then that's about it. Just making sure all the mess is off there. So that is my card. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team, the Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on these amazing products. Remember, there is an assembly video for the Gnome Dies tool add-ons. Check that out. And make sure to come back tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.